Alright, what's up guys? My name's Cam, and in this video today I want to talk a little bit about how to lose weight but still kind of eat whatever you want. Now, technically you can eat literally whatever you want out of this little plan. Only caveat with it is one, you have to track calories, and two, you have to hit your protein intake. It's not really that hard. I'll kind of break it down and show you how to do it. So with that being said, I'm just going to jump right into it here. So on here, step one, all you're gonna have to do is find your BMR. Okay, so you can do this by, there's a little website here. You can just go to Google and type in find my BMR. Basically, you're gonna type in your age, your gender, your height, your weight, and it's gonna come up with your BMR on there. So if you don't know what BMR is, essentially, this is the amount of calories that your body is going to burn doing literally nothing at all, right? So if you're just sleeping or just laying in bed all day long and you do nothing, this is how many calories your body is going to burn. So there's like a little sample thing on here. This is not my information. This is just what was on there. So someone who's 25 years old, they're a male, they're 5'10", they're 160 pounds. Their BMR is approximately going to be 1,717 calories. Typically, I like to round down with this, just call it 1,700 calories. But that's what the number is on there. So first thing you're going to do is fill this out. Again, find your age, put your gender in, height, and weight. Step two, you want to find your protein intake. So according to NASM, which is one of the like personal training certifications that you can get, there's a couple other like recommendations on there. They vary a little bit, but it's nothing crazy. Typically, you're going to go for about 0.7 grams to 1 gram of protein per body weight in pounds, right? And if you're in kilograms, 1.6 to 2.2 kilograms per kilogram of body weight. We'll say of, not or. So that's step two, finding your protein. Pretty simple if you use pounds, it's just your body weight. Or again, sometimes it can be pretty hard to get 1 gram of protein per body weight. I might recommend a little bit lower if you have a hard time with it. Step three, you're going to download some sort of calorie tracker. I prefer MyFitnessPal. It's just really easy to use. I've tried, I think there's another one like Chronometer or something. I've tried that one before. It's just clunky and confusing to me. MyFitnessPal is just really clean. It's really easy to use. So step three is downloading some sort of like fitness calorie tracker. Step four, this is, I guess, kind of the hard part. This is where a little bit of math is going to come in, right? So we know that 1 gram of protein has 4 calories in it, okay? So I put a little example on here and I ended up filling out that chart. So say you're a 40-year-old female, you're 5'6", and you weigh 107 pounds, right? According to the BMR calculator, your BMR would come out to be about 1,625 calories here, right? Again, keep in mind, BMR is doing nothing. This is not including you walking around. It's not including working out. It's not including, doing laundry, walking to the car, all of that stuff. It is literally sitting in bed, not moving, doing nothing, okay? So find your BMR. Say you have a hard time getting 207 grams of protein, right? So you want to go for the lower half or the lower part. You're going to go for 0.7. You're going to multiply that by 207 pounds. You're going to come out with about 145 grams of protein per day, okay? Now it's key to hit your protein just because this is going to help maintain muscle mass. If you're going to lose a lot of weight, you do not want to lose much muscle, really. If you're in the gym working out, this is going to help maintain as much muscle as you can as well. So that's why the protein is going to be really, really important here. So if you multiply it, 145 grams times 4, so again, it's the 4 calories per gram of protein, you're going to come out with 580 calories. Now, another thing you have to kind of keep in mind, protein is mostly not just going to be straight protein. There's going to be, typically there's going to be a little bit of fat in there as well, depending on what your like source of protein is. Usually if you go for like chicken or turkey, obviously that's going to be a lot higher in protein, a lot lower in fat. There's going to be no carbs in it. If you do some like whey protein, there might be a little bit of carbs in there. So nonetheless, I just ended up adding an extra 150 calories just to kind of make up for, whatever else is in the protein. So all in all, you have your BMR right here, 1,625. You're going to minus 730. Okay, so 730 is the 158 plus the extra 150 calories I added. And it's going to come out to 895 calories left over. Okay, that 895 calories can literally be any food that you want. Okay, so the reason that it can be any food that you want keep in mind, anytime you're trying to lose weight, you have to be in a calorie deficit. Okay, there's like no argument there. It's just you have to be burning more calories than you're taking in. Okay. Now, if your BMR, again, this is the amount of calories that you burn doing nothing whatsoever. So even if you live like a very, lazy lifestyle, you sit at home all day, you don't work out, you might work at home, you're just kind of lounging around all day 24/7. You are still going to be burning more calories than what this BMR here says. Okay? So if you were eating the exact amounts of what your BMR is, all of that extra movement that you do throughout the day is just going to be a bunch of calories that you're losing, right? So again, you're going to take your BMR minus your protein intake. It's going to leave you with the amount of calories you have left over. So in this person's instance, again, this is just a random one. This person is going to have about 900 calories left over of whatever they want. And again, this can truly be any food that you want. Now, final thoughts on this. It's not necessarily perfect, but it is going to work. Okay. And this is kind of what I was getting at here. I don't necessarily recommend eating all junk food and protein. You can, like I said, it is still going to work. As long as you are underneath that, your caloric like maintenance level, especially the BMR, because again, typically we're up, we're moving, we're walking around. That BMR number, your actual metabolism is typically going to be a little bit higher than whatever that number is. Okay, so if I go back really quick, say this person doesn't do much. Say they just kind of walk around the house. They don't leave very often. They don't work out. They don't do anything. Their actual metabolism is likely going to probably be 1,800, 1,900, maybe 2,000 calories, give or take. Okay, again, that's just the added movement that they're getting, the added activity that they're doing throughout the day. So as long as they hit this BMR number or stay slightly below it, no matter what, they are going to lose weight. It can be 1,600 calories worth of cookies, and you are still going to lose weight. Now, coming back to this, again, I don't recommend eating all junk food just because you're going to feel like absolute crap all day long. Ideally, you're getting some sort of healthy food in there. At the very least, like taking a multivitamin or something as well. Couple other things. Tracking can be a little bit annoying for people, but it's really not that hard. All you have to do is just take 30 extra seconds, if that, to like weigh your food out and then punch it into MyFitnessPal. Hang on one second. Come on. So again, it's really not that hard. It's just going to take a couple extra seconds, like I said, to punch in your food, but it's going to be the most accurate way of tracking what you actually eat. Because if you've never tracked before in your life, you're going to be surprised on how many calories you're actually eating in like a bowl of cereal or like a bowl of yogurt and granola or something. You might think it's only one serving, but in reality, very likely to be 1.5, 2, maybe 3 servings. Same thing with like the snacking. A lot of times we don't think about it too much. A couple chips here, a couple chips there, maybe 1 or 2 cookies there. We don't think it's a lot, and maybe in the instance, a handful of chips might only be 100 calories. But when you're doing that 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day, obviously that's going to add up. So I highly recommend at least trying to track if you've never done it before. This scenario is, in my opinion, pretty ideal for people who have a really hard time giving up like sugar or any other junk food like chips, pizza, pop, stuff like that. Just because, again, it allows you to still eat all of this stuff, just in some sort of restriction. Okay. And then lastly, so again, I'm just going to repeat it one more time. As long as you do not go over whatever that BMR number is in calories, you are absolutely going to lose weight. Now, another thing I'm going to kind of put out there that I did not put in this final thoughts, this is probably something that's not going to be very, very long term, just because you don't want to be under eating way too much. But if you are at least getting, your vitamins and your nutrients and minerals and all of that stuff, you should honestly still feel pretty okay about everything. So that's really all I have for today. I'm curious as to what you guys think about this. If you've ever tried anything like this, I can say firsthand, I don't follow this perfectly, but I am a big like sugar eater. I eat a lot of candy and cookies, and I love it. And I've been able to maintain my weight and even add a little bit of muscle for a very, very long time. So this works for me. But again, I still do include healthy foods. I don't just eat candy and cookies and chicken all day long. So again, I'm curious as to what you guys think. If you've ever tried anything like this, let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed it. And yeah, that's all I have for today.